Welcome back to We Need to Talk Now, presented by AT&T. I've had the best time talking with you about the tournament, Terrika. We've talked about some fantastic teams that we should watch, really all of them, let's be clear. But we have some
Yeah.
players that we want to highlight moving into the tournament that we think that everyone should watch. And I'm just going to kick things off with Sanaya Rivers from NC State. She has had a stellar season, 11.7 points per game, 6.4 rebounds per game, 1.6 steals, and 1.3 blocks, which is an amazing line. She was named to Cheryl Miller's small forward top 10 list, has played several positions this season. I mean, literally all of them. And she's definitely NC State's most versatile player. She leads the team in steals with 51 and blocks with 42. And she's definitely a player that is electric to watch. And we already talked about NC State and how I feel like they're a team to watch. But look out for Sanaya Rivers in this tournament. She's going to do big things.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I love that you are showing NC State so much love. I know Ari Chambers is watching right now and she's so excited about it.
Very happy.
Very happy. But I'm gonna stick to my Ivy League guns right now. And I think again, a player that you need to watch, and so you certainly need to watch her in the first round. And that again is Harmony Turner, averaging 22.5 points per game, which is 9th in the country. I talked about how she put up 44 points against Princeton in the Ivy League semifinals, but then she turned around the next day and put up 24 points against Columbia in the final. And that says a lot, given that both Columbia and Princeton are also in the NCAA tournament. I can't remember if ever we've had 3 Ivy League schools in the NCAA tournament at the same time. This Harmony Turner, this girl's a baller. She leads Harvard in all of the stats category except blocks, but she leads in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. So if you need to keep your eye on somebody, you had better keep your eye on Harmony Turner.
Absolutely. Certainly a record for Ivy League schools going into the tournament. And it's also important to know, I don't think they have any athletic scholarships. They're all academic, which is wild to me. But definitely a team to watch, and definitely you should be watching her. And she has amazing social media as well. If you want to laugh, definitely follow her on social media. I have another player that I want to highlight, and that is Michaela Williams from LSU, one of the best guards in the SEC for sure. Another finalist for the Cheryl Miller Small Forward Award, has an excellent line at 7.2 points per game, third on LSU, 4.4 rebounds per game, and 3.4 assists per game. Had an 11.5 rebound, 4 assists in the loss to Texas in the SEC tournament. And after she took responsibility for it, which I think is the mark of a good player. You want somebody to say, and even though I would disagree that it all fell on her, right? But she was very just like, I'm going to take this as a leader on my team, and this is something that I want to improve on. And I recently actually sat down with her ahead of the NCAA tournament to talk about the biggest differences in her game between her rookie year and this year. So let's take a look. Being a freshman last year and a sophomore this year, what are the biggest differences, do you think, that you have had as a player?
Right. I think as a player, my body has changed. It's obviously not where I need it to be or not where I want it to be yet, but it has changed a lot since last year. I think my matureness on and off the court has also changed. I'm able to lead and not get so down on myself when stuff goes wrong. I'm able to lead my teammates. Like the freshman I have, she's also from Louisiana, so I try my best to lead her for her to be ready for her time. So I think just leadership and then my body changing and just being more consistent this year is what I wanted to focus on last year, and I think I'm doing pretty good on this year.
Well, you talk about not being down on yourself, and I think that's one of the things that an athlete does struggle with, right? Like there's just things that you go through. What do you think was the reason for the change? Like what was the biggest thing that happened, from those two, or your season last year and this season this year, that helped you with that specifically?
I think my team needed me last year, and I wasn't mature enough to snap out of the slumps that I had, and I wasn't able to show up for my team. So I think that's something that I really wanted to focus on this year and be dependent for my team. I wanted my team to be able to depend on me. So I've been working really hard on trying to stay in control of my emotions and not let them get the best of me. And then if it's not going my way, just feed it into my teammates.
Well, as you can see, she's definitely focused and ready for the tournament. And you can catch that whole interview on our YouTube channel. It was great to sit down with her. I mean, her energy, I really can't wait to see what she does and what her team does. But I know that you in particular have another person, Terrika, that you think we should watch. And who's that?
Yes, I think we need to keep our eye on Alicia coming out of Duke, right? She's a sophomore guard. She was the Blue Devils' leading scorer in all 3 of their tournament games. She's gotten ACC tournament MVP honors because she completely balled out in that finals against that comeback for NC State. And she's also been named the ACC Women's All-Tournament first team. This was someone who was the 6th player of the year. Sis was coming off the bench. Do you hear me? She had a 22-point game against NC State in that championship, and literally 10 rebounds, 4 assists. She was 3 of 4 from 3. Akanwa is a dog, and she is going to shine in this tournament. Duke has a great chance of advancing to at least the Sweet 16, and I think it's going to be because of her that they're able to do it.
Absolutely. And when you think of all of these players, right, that are going into this tournament, they have this amazing opportunity to, win and showcase who they are and show the world who they are. And that's one of the magical things about this tournament is there are players that don't necessarily get a lot of shine in the regular season that maybe should. And they really can stand out on a national stage and show people that, they are who they are. They are her. Right. You know what I'm saying? So really looking forward to seeing. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the things that I look forward to every year.
For sure. I know that we don't have a ton of time, but I just got to throw some love to Tania Latson because she deserves it.
Well, and I will throw some love to Michaela Blakes because she also deserves it. But looking forward to watching all of these amazing players ball out.